Okay, listen, pay attention, Africa. Pay attention, Akebulan. How many of us have heard of the term Casablanca Conference of 1961 and Addis Ababa Conference of 1963? These are important dates that every African must have, because these are dates that were very crucial to the African people. Pay attention, let me teach you. You see, I told you that, yes, we could not have done anything about colonization. We couldn't control or stop what happened to us, but we could have reacted and redo what they did to us by asking one crucial question. What is that? Where were we? We have to understand that our ancestors did not just accept colonialism. Our ancestors resisted. And that is why I always tell you the African heroes who resisted colonization. So you can understand that our people resisted. Our people did not just accept colonization because it was alien to them. That is why when we regained our independence, okay, we regained, okay, we did not gain. We regained because we were free before they came. When we regained our independence, we're supposed to ask a crucial question. What is that question? Where were we? Where were we before our civilization was interrupted? Where were we before our land and our borders became artificial through what happened at the Berlin Partition for Africa, 1884-1885, a meeting called upon by Otto von Bismarck? Where were we? Where were we as a people? Where were we culturally? Where were we? If we had asked that question, we could have begun by tracing antecedent of the African traditional indigenous system that was dismantled. Because before colonization, they did 5 things to us. They took our sovereignty. They ruled us for decades. They dismantled our indigenous African structures. They replaced our culture and they controlled our economy. We could have asked that question. Only one African leader asked that question. Was Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. He was the one who asked that question by telling Ghanaians on the eve of Ghana's independence in the month of March 1957 that our independence means nothing except the entire African country is free. Our independence means nothing except we can feed ourselves. He is the one who said that political independence is nothing except Africa become a single political unity. And that was why Kwame Nkrumah called a meeting in 1961 in Casablanca. He called a meeting and said, it is time for us to unite. That was a meeting that was called upon by radical Pan-African leaders. Kwame Nkrumah was there. Gamal Abdel Nasser was there. Okay? Bembele was there. Sekou Touré was there. And other African leaders who believed there was need for us to be free. But Africa was divided into 3 groups. Casablanca group, Monrovia group. We were divided. Brazzaville group. Instead of us uniting at that early stage, we divided. Because our leaders were already becoming victims of the trappings of power. Victims of the trappings of power. Because power can trap you. That is why they say power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. John Maxwell said that leadership is indeed a true test of character. In the hands of a person of integrity, it causes tremendous benefit. In the hands of a tyrant, it causes terrible destruction, because power attracts the worst and corrupts the best. We have to understand that. That was what our people missed. They didn't want to accept that of Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah called another meeting in Addis Ababa in 1963 and said, let us unite. Let us leave this place being one united state of Africa. Kwame Nkrumah screamed about that, but they did not listen because they were victims of the trappings of power. They wanted to regain and retain their new flags as independent sovereign nation. They wanted to maintain the political power that has been given to them. They wanted to retain their artificial borders and answer the name president. They chose personal freedom over history. And today, the African continent is suffering from that rejection of Kwame Nkrumah's proposal. But listen, there is hope. Ibrahim Traore and our brothers in the Sahel nation have shown us that African unity and United States of Africa is very, very possible. And that is why I'm giving you a free book written by Kwame Nkrumah, Neo-Colonialism, the Last Stage of Imperialism. I am not asking you to buy this book. I'm asking you to request for it. I will give you free of charge so you can read and understand what we are doing in the continent of Africa. Aisho Speed was asked if he thinks that Africa needs to be united. Listen to what he said.
Do you believe Africans should be united?
We all should be united. Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet y'all.
You can see that even Aisho Speed know it is important for us to unite. Not just as African countries anymore, but as entire black nation, black race, both in the Caribbean, in the America, all over the world. We must unite in this time and age. It is possible. Ibrahim Traore has proven that it is possible. We can achieve it. It must be done because it can be done. If it's not done, who will be done? Africa. Wisdom is the principal thing. Request for the book I will give you because Kwame Nkrumah met me the other day. He said to me, "Town crier, liberate the people. Wisdom Africa is the principal thing."
Learn to be a teacher and not just a content creator. Just for 14 days with Modern Day Town Crier.